Welcome to Great Stories Every Day, where the extraordinary becomes part of your day. Each story we tell is meant to surprise you, chill you, or move you, sometimes all at once. So sit back, get comfortable, and let today's story unfold. They say Route 44 is just another long road in New England, trees on both sides, cracked pavement, and fog that rolls in too fast after sundown. It cuts across quiet towns and forgotten forests, connecting nothing in particular to nowhere specific. But to those who live nearby, Route 44 has a reputation. Not because of accidents, or wildlife, or poor lighting. It's because of him. I first heard about the phantom of Route 44 from a guy named Dennis. He was a mechanic in Seekonk, Massachusetts, where I worked at a gas station during my college summers. Dennis was the kind of guy who believed in nothing, ghosts, aliens, religion, none of it. So when he said he'd seen something out there, I paid attention. It was 2 a.m., he told me. Coming back from a late tow job in Rehoboth. No lights for miles. Suddenly there he was, standing on the side of the road. Big guy, like 6 feet, wearing a red flannel and jeans. Looked solid, like real. But when I slowed down, he vanished. He snapped his fingers, gone. I thought he was pulling my leg until I heard the same story from someone else. And then another person. Each time with minor differences, but always the same basic image. A tall man in a red flannel shirt, worn jeans, work boots, standing silently on the shoulder of Route 44, staring into traffic, or worse, right at you. Some people said he tried to hitchhike. Others said he walked across the road right in front of them. A few swore they even hit him, only to stop the car and find no one there. It was a local legend, sure. But one night in 2013, I became part of that legend myself. It was late October, just past midnight. I'd been visiting my aunt in Providence and decided to take the back way home to Bristol to avoid the highway traffic. That meant a long, dark stretch through Rehoboth and onto Route 44. The air was cold. The kind of cold that sinks into your bones and makes the inside of your car feel hollow. Fog was starting to rise in patches. My headlights cut through it in long, eerie cones. There weren't any other cars around. Just me, the road, and the hum of my engine. About 10 minutes in, I saw something up ahead on the right side of the road. At first, I thought it was a mailbox or a sign. But as I got closer, my stomach turned. It was a man, standing completely still, just off the shoulder. He wasn't moving, not even shifting his weight. His head was tilted slightly downward, like he was looking at his boots. As I passed, I couldn't help but look. Red flannel shirt, faded jeans, thick, scuffed work boots. His skin was pale, almost gray. And even though my car passed within a few feet of him, he never flinched, just kept staring at the ground. I slowed down. My heart was thudding in my chest. Something about him felt wrong. Not like a drunk guy or someone walking home. He looked dead, but there was no blood, no wounds, just that eerie stillness. And then my headlights flickered, just for a second. When they came back, he was gone. No rustle in the grass, no sound, nothing. I kept driving. I didn't stop. I couldn't. I was afraid that if I looked in the rearview mirror, I'd see him sitting in my back seat. When I got home, I didn't sleep. I searched online for hours. Ghost stories, Route 44, red flannel. And there he was. Page after page, same description, same experiences. But what really got me was a post on an old paranormal forum. Someone had dug up a newspaper article from 1984. A man named Joseph Harkins had been hit by a car on Route 44 late one night. The driver said Joseph stepped out of the fog, right into his headlights. No time to brake. He died instantly. The article said he was wearing a red flannel shirt and jeans. Same spot, same clothes. They buried him nearby, in a small cemetery behind a church that now stood abandoned. I visited it once, the next day, out of morbid curiosity. The headstone was old but not forgotten. People had left coins, a red bandana, even a little flannel scrap pinned to the stone. I never told anyone in my family what I saw. But a few years later, my cousin Ashley was driving that same stretch. She hit a pothole and pulled over to check her tire. When she looked up, she saw a man walking along the edge of the road. He didn't say anything, just stared. She got back in the car and locked the doors. When she looked back, he was gone. He wasn't real, she told me, but he looked like it. I felt sick just being near him. Since then, I've heard other stories. A man whose radio started playing static the moment he drove past mile marker 6. a trucker who saw handprints on his back window in the morning, even though no one had been in the back seat, a teenage couple who broke down near the woods and swore they heard someone breathing outside the car all night. Some people say the phantom is Joseph, stuck in a loop, reliving the night he died. Others think it's something else, something older, that just took his form. Whatever the truth is, Route 44 remains haunted. They've repaved parts of it, added better lighting, but the sightings haven't stopped. If anything, they've become more frequent. Maybe he doesn't want to be forgotten, or maybe every time someone sees him, he gets a little closer. I haven't driven that road at night since 2013, and I don't plan to, because I know what I saw was real. Not a trick of the light, not a story passed down, not imagination. There was a man in red flannel standing just beyond the reach of my headlights, and part of me wonders if he saw me too. Thank you for spending your time with us here at Great Stories Every Day. If today's tale gave you chills, made you think, or simply held your attention, leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a single story. We'll be back tomorrow with another one worth remembering.